Everybody always does the same thing. We click live and then literally dead silence.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
There it is.
Yeah, Quarantine the game show is going live.
I know. I just got that on my phone. Did you see that too?
Yeah, let's
Hope
all
someone
watch it.
clicks right away.
Finally, it's a push notification that I actually want to see.
By the way, Andy, I don't have my phone on me, so don't try to text me.
I'll
Yeah,
try
Andy,
to
don't
mute
cheat.
it now.
They can talk during the game. How is that cheating?
And 1 minute, Chris.
All right. Thank you very much. 1 minute. You can literally see each other.
I don't know why I'm excited. Well, this is just the way our desks are set up in our respective office areas.
Congratulations! Are you gonna drop this on us 30 seconds before we start the show?
Exactly 30 seconds.
Exactly
Wait,
30 seconds.
Is this a proposal on quarantine?
Oh, no.
We've been engaged, don't worry.
You wanna fake it once we're on?
I was gonna say because
That would
I
be
want to give
great.
people something to listen to while they're waiting for the show to start.
In 10 seconds,
man,
Chris.
well, I don't know if we're gonna be able to top an on air proposal on the show, but we're gonna try.
4.
And do you want to know how we're gonna try? Do you know why we're gonna try? I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because it's Tuesday night. Your allergies are flaring up, and you're so anxious to get vaccinated, you've started dumpster diving outside of Walgreens. This is Quarantine. That's what I'm talking about.
Stop.
All right, hello, and welcome everybody once again to Quarantine, the game show that proves that it's hip to be in a square. I'm your host, Chris Iannucci, back again with another wonderful game and two wonderful teams who are here to provide the most amount of entertainment possible in the next hour for you. And we're going to get to them in just a second. But first, we just want to thank everybody who's watching right now, everybody who has voted for us in the Chicago Readers Best of 2020, because we got runner-up for Best Online Digital Sketch and Improv, and we are so proud of that, and we couldn't have done that without all of your love and support, and we just want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We're so glad to be the second best, and we are going to do so much more in the next year, and we're going to get to number one. But before we do that, we're going to get to our teams tonight, and let's start off. Joining us from Chicago, Illinois, it is the wonderful podcasters of Film, Marry, Kill, and tonight playing on Film, Marry, Kill, we have Andy, we have Sam, and we have Colette. Give everybody a nice big wave watching at home. Film, Marry, Kill, how are you doing this evening?
2 thumbs up, in the words of late film critics.
Yes, as always.
I'm
All right, well,
doing
we...
fantastic. I just watched you. Good.
Awesome. We're getting a little bit of lag from you, Sam, but it seemed very positive what you just said to us. So we are going to check back in with y'all in a second. We are so excited to have you on tonight. We can't see what you have in store
Who
for us,
knows?
but they're competitors this evening, newcomers to the show, the three of them tonight, but their team is no stranger to Quarantine. Joining us from South Carolina, it's the Mothers, and tonight playing for the Mothers, we have Dan, we have Kelly, and we have Russ. And Mothers, how are we feeling this evening?
Great.
Amazing.
Ready to win.
Awesome. Ready to win. Well, that's some strong words, and we wish you the best of luck tonight. We can't wait to see what you have in store for us. But of course, there would be no show this evening. There's no way we could have gotten runner-up in Chicago's Best of if it wasn't for the hardest working man in internet show business, the guy behind the scenes, our tech guru, my brother, Mr. Al Iannucci. Al, how are you this evening?
Doing good, Chris. How about you, buddy?
We are doing fantastic.
Super
here in
excited that we
Chicago.
got second best.
I know. I mean, congratulations to Cigarette Sandwich. They are a phenomenal sketch team.
Yeah.
They have a phenomenal show. And honestly, we were just so thrilled that we even got what we got. And so thank you again to everybody. But enough of our
It's good to
yammering.
keep the trend, because Mom and Dad said you were second best too. So.
Well, join us for our next game where we'll have a new tech guru. All right. Well, thank you for everything that you do, Alwyn. We'll catch up with you later on in the show. All right. Well, for those of you who have never seen the show before, first of all, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We know you're going to have a fantastic time, but you may be asking yourself, how does all this work? Well, I'm going to explain it to you. In front of me, I have a series of lovingly handcrafted artisanal trivia questions that were provided by myself and our wonderful team here at Quarantine. We're going to ask said questions to our two teams here in front of us. If they get the question right, they get the points. If they get the question wrong, or if they run out of time, it means that the opposing team gets a chance to answer for half the amount of points. Now, we have a few surprises thrown out here throughout the game, and we're going to try and see if we can shake our teams off their heels, but we'll explain the rules to those as we get to them. But most importantly, you, our wonderful audience who is sitting there on your couch, you are going to be part of the game tonight as well, because there are going to be parts throughout the show where we're going to ask you for some help with some suggestions, and we're going to need you to vote on which teams you feel did the best jobs in their categories, starting right now with our first audience suggestion. So get those fingers ready, because we're going to need you to get in the chat and give us a suggestion of a reason for why you would get rid of something. So not because it's old, not because it's broken, but there's a bunch of other reasons why you might not want to own something anymore. So give us a few of your best reasons and throw them in the chat. We've got a few people who are going to be monitoring. They're going to take our best suggestions from you, and we're going to use them for something a little bit further on in the game. Speaking of game, let's get to our first trivia category of the evening. Now, the days are getting a little bit longer, and we have a little bit more bounce in our step, and it must mean that there is a new epidemic that is sweeping the nation, and it's called spring fever. Now, I don't know about you, but I think I am just about ready as everybody else to shake off the doldrums of winter and start looking forward to some fresh air, some sunshine, and some brighter days ahead. So we thought we would start off tonight's game with a bit of a cheery subject, and we're going to ask our contestants some trivia that have to do with some very springy things in our first category that I'm calling Spring Fever. So these are all questions that have to do with spring. So we flipped a coin before we got started tonight, and mothers, you are going to be getting the first question of this category. Now, this is round one. All trivia questions are worth 100 points. Stealing gets you 50. Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right, fantastic.
Ready.
That's the enthusiasm we're looking for. All right, your first question for 100 points. According to Greek mythology, this goddess was the wife of Hades and queen of the underworld, who was allowed to return to the world above for a short time each year, bringing life and new growth, along with her, making her the embodiment of spring. Who is the mythological figure that I'm referring to?
That would be Persephone.
How do you know that? I mean,
Great.
good job. Hooray.
The faith is unshakable on the mothers right now. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right. Well, mothers, Persephone is correct for 100 points. Great job. All right, moving over to Film, Marry, Kill. Your question also for 100 points. Each spring, baseball fans turn their eyes to Mesa, Arizona, and more specifically to this stadium, which is the largest spring training facility in Major League Baseball with a capacity of over 15,000. Can you name the ballpark?
I think it's that one, you know?
Yeah.
That
yeah,
one.
That one.
That one, yes. It's the one with dry heat, right?
Yeah, Dry Heat Park. I think that might be its nickname amongst the message boards. Yeah.
That's what people in the know call it.
Sam, we should have asked my older brother to join this game.
I know
Oh
help
God,
on
yeah.
this.
Where's Matt?
Okay.
It's not where the Knicks play, is it?
Yeah, the Knicks. Yeah. Well, we're from in the land of Chicago. We know of a great park called Wrigley Field, so it's definitely not that.
Not that.
And it's also not Comiskey Park because that doesn't exist anymore. So that
Give you a few more seconds. I do need an answer from you.
Diamondback
What's an
Stadium?
Arizona
I don't-
politician we
Oh,
can name?
Diamondback is like Colorado, right?
But the Arizona Diamondbacks are a baseball team, aren't they?
No,
Oh, the mothers are nodding their head.
Oh,
I
We're
do,
gonna go
I do need an
Diamondback. McCain Diamondback Field.
McCain Diamondback Field is your final answer.
Yes.
Wonderful name, but unfortunately that is not the stadium that we are looking for, which means mothers, you can score yourself 50 points if you can name the baseball park that I'm talking about. Largest spring training facility located in Mesa, Arizona.
Daniel, do you like the crack of the bat?
But not really. If I had to guess, it's some corporate name like a Gillette or I don't know, but that's a complete guess.
Ooh, maybe like
Couple seconds, I do need an answer from you.
the
Yeah.
the MasterCard.
My brain just thinks Wildcat, but that's not a corporation.
Sure. So the MasterCard Wildcat Stadium.
Nice.
MasterCard Wildcat Stadium, final answer. Also a fantastic name. Would definitely want to go see a game there, but unfortunately it's called Sloan Park. And it actually is where the Cubs train. So there is a Chicago connection there, but apparently no baseball fans in the game tonight, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we all learned something, and that's what we like to say here on the show. All right, this next question stays with the mothers for 100 points. Arguably one of the most recognizable pieces of classical music, this composer's work, La Primavera, which translates to the spring, is one of 4 movements that combine to give musical expression to each season of the year. Working for the composer.
Vivaldi is the name that you have Kelly.
No, I was Dan. Dan felt like he knew. No, I think I agree. My
The
brain.
Vivaldi is 4 seasons, and this is a thing of 4 seasons. Is this correct?
Yes.
Yes, we are going to say Vivaldi.
Kelly, I believe I'm the one that says whether it's correct or not.
Oh.
I told him it was right.
But that is correct for 100 points. Antonio Vivaldi, the composer of La Primavera. All right, back over to Film, Marry, Kill. This is your question for 100
you're
points.
giving them the good questions that I know
That's
the
why we-
answers to.
That's why we flipped the coin, Colette. Remember, you picked the coin flip.
You chose second.
Shit, I played myself.
This is just
Don't
the
worry,
first
Colette.
round. We got
This is
plenty of time.
exactly. See, Andy's on board. All right, your question for 100 points. Film, Marry, Kill. This is for you.
Better not be about
Any-
sports.
Many researchers agree that the added vigor people feel as spring approaches comes in part from decreased levels of this hormone, which is responsible for sleep regulation due to the increase in daylight hours. So more sunlight means less of this sleep hormone, which means more energy. What is the name of the brain chemical?
For some reason, cortisol came to my head, but I don't know if that's right.
So
Sleep
again,
regulation.
It's not vitamin D. Allegra?
well,
No, that's
sleep
that's not
chemicals.
a
So
thing.
is melatonin?
Oh, melatonin. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's a sleep chemical. Yeah.
I'll go with melatonin.
Yeah, that sounds hot to me.
Okay.
Final answer?
Yes, let's
Colette,
try
final
melatonin.
answer?
Yes. Yeah, you know
All right.
I apologize. Yeah.
Well, if it's hot for Colette, then you know it's the right answer. Melatonin is correct for 100 points. Great job, Phil, Mary, Kill. Putting you on the board. All right, last question of the category. This one goes back over to the mothers. Every year, people across the continental United States spring ahead an hour for daylight savings time and get to tack an extra hour of sunshine onto their day. That is, unless you live in this landlocked state. What is the only state in the continental United States to not have daylight savings time?
That is a good question.
Thank you.
I could be wrong, but I think he's already referenced it because I'm pretty sure it's Arizona.
Oh, okay. You think that's pretty sweet?
I enjoyed the callback.
Yeah.
It's something on the mountain time for sure. But
Is- And Arizona is for sure landlocked. I don't teach geography.
100%.
Okay.
That's 100% landlocked. I don't know if it's 100% the time zone, but that's. So I will go ahead and I'm getting the confidence in my teammates and say that's my final answer.
Final answer is Arizona.
Yes.
Good thing you get your teammates supporting you there because Arizona is correct for 100 points. With the distinction of the Navajo Nation, which for some reason actually does recognize daylight savings time but as a whole, the state does not. So that is correct for 100 points. All right, well, that is the end of our first round tonight. And we have some points on the board, but we thought that we would give our teams an opportunity to take some of that spring energy that they've got and get a few more points with some help from you, our wonderful audience. Now, at the very start of the game, we asked you for a suggestion of a reason why you would want to get rid of something other than the fact that it's old or broken. So, Al, did we get a suggestion or two?
We did. We got
from our audience.
We got 2. So you want one for each team?
Okay. Well, let me explain the game first, and then we will get the suggestions here. So we are going to give both of our teams an opportunity to start off 2021 with a little bit of extra space when we challenge them to do some spring cleaning. And here's how this game works. Based on our audience suggestions, each team will be given a different reason why they need to get rid of one object that is in their apartment or house or wherever you're playing this game from. Now, it doesn't actually have to be for that reason, but what we're going to do is put 60 seconds on the clock, and you're going to get up, sprint around your local area as safely as possible, and come back with one object that you feel best fits the reason why our audience thinks you should get rid of it. And then once everybody's back, we're going to give you an opportunity to explain why you're going to Marie Kondo that thing out of your life, and our audience is going to vote on who came back with the best objects and explanations. Make sense to everybody? All right. Awesome. So, Al, we're going to start off with the mothers. Can we please give them a reason why they need to get rid of something in their apartment?
The reason you're getting rid of your object is because it reminds you of your ex.
Something that reminds you of your ex. Now, I'll remind both teams, it doesn't actually have to remind you of your ex, but we're looking for a convincing explanation. So, the story will get you the votes. All right, now, film, marry, kill. What is your reason for getting some stuff out of your apartments?
They will be getting rid of their item because it's cursed.
All right, film, marry, kill. You are charged with finding the most cursed. I'm assuming there's a few, but the most cursed object in your apartment and coming back with it in 60 seconds. But you're going to have to give us a pretty good story as to why you need that thing out of your house and fast. All right, so, Al, can we please put 60 seconds on the clock?
You got it.
All right, on your marks, get set, and go, everybody. Come back with something that you just need to yeet out of your apartment. Al, have you done any spring cleaning yet this year?
I have not, and I desperately need to. I have several things that I could yeet out of the house to make room for newer things that I probably also don't need.
Yeah, I am on a second floor with a balcony, and I am just so looking forward to throwing a few things out onto the street below. But it feels good. It's a nice cathartic feeling to be able to just look around at an uncluttered apartment. And hopefully,
sometimes you even find stuff you don't even know you had.
That is also a very good point here. What's something, Al, that you would absolutely be getting rid of this spring?
Just 20 seconds, just so you know.
20 seconds,
I would be getting rid of... I would love to get rid of my computer desk and everything on it because there's just so much junk. I wouldn't even miss it.
You know, when you do that, we won't be able to do the show anymore, right?
Oh, all right, I'll keep it. 5.
Yeah, please
4.
hang on to that. 4, 3, 2, 1, and it looks like Sam's back, which means everyone's back. So let's take a look at what our teams have for us. Mothers, we're going to start with you first. Now, you were tasked with finding something that you need to spring clean out of your life because it reminds you too much of an ex. So we're going to go one by one. You're going to show us what you brought back, and you're going to give us your story. So let's start with, Kelly. Kelly, could you please show us what you got and tell us why you're getting rid of it?
These are Japanese Russian nesting dolls that my ex and I got when we went to Japan together. Not only does it remind me of him because we were on the trip together, it also reminds me of him, number one, because he had so many different tiny characters inside of him. He was not just one person, he was many people. And then way on the inside was the teeny tiny little head that got in between both of us, and that's why we broke up.
Oh, no. All right. Well, that's a great story. And let's see what your other teammates have for us. Russ, what'd you bring back for us?
Well, I have been in a long-term relationship for 10 years, but I did, to steal a joke from Scott Ackerman, break up with my girlfriend. She's now my ex-girlfriend. I am married. Before we got married, she gave me this. And so it reminds me of my ex-girlfriend, who is now my wife. Joke stolen from Scott Ackerman.
Nice. All right. Well, great job. And what is the actual? We can't really see what that is. Oh, all right. A little plush kitty cat.
Baby cat that looks like our cat Basil.
Awesome. All right. Great object. And finally, on the mothers, we have Daniel. Daniel, could you please tell us what you brought back to get rid of?
I got back this winter hat that was made during arts and crafts one day. And I made it for her and said it was a gift, and she returned it to me, and it really broke my heart. And so I keep it around today to keep my head warm, but honestly, it's time to get rid of it because it's a cold heart.
Oh, all right. Well, mothers, I feel for you. I really do. But trust me, the sooner you get those things out of your life, the better. Well, let's go see what Film Mary Kill brought back for us. And remember, they had to bring us back cursed items that need to be removed from their domicile. So let's start off with Andy. Andy, what'd you bring back for us?
Well, it breaks my heart that this has to be sent, because this was actually a Christmas present from a family. It is a prayer candle with one of my favorite musicians, St. Tom York, and it's I thought it would give me a lot of center, but you'll notice that if I light it, it's just going to audio joke. Yeah, it just plays Creep over and over again. And if you're a true Radiohead fan, you know there's so much more to this band than just their first hit from 1993. So,
Right. Yeah.
Even Tom wants to forget this. So.
Man. Well, you know what? Thank you, Andy. And you're absolutely right. Creep, great song. Pablo Honey, good album, but definitely not their best. So yeet that thing
I know I'm
out
in the
of your
right
life.
crowd. Yeah.
All right. Well, Sam, let's see what you got for us.
Well, I have here is a 15 left-armed weight thing. It is cursed with the fact that I can only lift 14 pounds, and this is clearly a 15-pound weight. And I am cursed to live with this every day, knowing that I'm weaker than 15 pounds.
Okay, well, that's a good of a reason as any to get rid of it. The question is, how are you going to carry it out to the curb? All right, now, last but not least, Colette, what did you bring back for us?
I have this engagement ring now. Just kidding.
Now that's a callback.
Move in?
All right. Nicely done,
Oh,
Colette.
boy.
Colette, what'd you bring for us?
Damn, I need a couch.
What I really have is this turquoise banana clip, which is the bane of my existence because I don't have any other banana clips. But like banana clips are like from the 80s and so unfashionable. But sometimes you just want to put your hair up. And when I do, I have to grab this unfashionable 80s banana clip. And I've been out in public with it, and I have so much shame when I do it. So it is a cursed item from bygone days.
It's cursed with practicality. You
Yes.
need it, but you hate it. I understand.
Yeah,
All right, well,
exactly.
Film, Mary, Kill, thank you so much. Those were wonderful items, and I'm sure your lives are going to be so much more positively charged energetically because you're getting all these cursed items out of your life. But it's not up to me to decide who has the best spring cleaning rhetoric. It's up to you, our wonderful audience. And the way you're going to do that is by voting on which team you thought came back with the best items. So here's how this works. If you want to vote for the mothers, you are going to place the number 1, just the number 1, in your chat bar, and you're going to click send. Now, if you want to vote for Film, Mary, Kill, you're going to put the number 2 in your chat bar, and you're going to click send. So that's the number 1 for the mothers, and the number 2 for Film, Mary, Kill. And we have our chat bot ready to go. It's going to count up all the votes for you. And then when we come back from a quick little break, we're going to tally them up, and whoever got the most votes is going to get their team an extra 200 points. So we'll come back to that. But first, we thought it would be fun to take a moment on our show to take some time to really give some special attention to the younger generation. And so we've put together a quick little segment that we're happy to share with you right now.
All right, kids, it's time for Quarantine Quids Quorner.
Welcome back, kids. If we haven't met yet, I'm Chrissy. Now, I bet you're a real smart cookie. How would you like to know a smart cookie fact? Yeah. Did you know the best ways to prevent the spread of disease is separation, isolation, and sanitization? However, Separation and isolation lead to long-lasting depression and social anxiety, while over-sanitization can eventually create an even deadlier disease. Wow, we really can't win. Now, I heard some of you might be heading back to school soon, if you're not already back in the classroom. Mr. Ukulele and I wrote a little song to help us all get ready to go back out there and learn. Don't get close to anyone, anyone, anyone. Don't get close to anyone or else Grandma might die. Billy hugged his teacher once, teacher once, teacher once. Billy hugged his teacher once, now she has a heart condition. People thought it was over, was over, was over. People thought it was over when they stopped getting hazard pay. We need hazard pay, Steve. Damn it.
Welcome back. I really got to remember to CC Steve about that hazard pay. That's kind of a thing. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed that segment. And Al, did we end up with a total of votes so we can find out who gets these points for who did the best spring cleaning?
We did, and there were a ton of votes, and it came down to the very last one, and the mothers took it.
Congratulations, mothers. You just won your team an extra 200 points. But Film, Mary, Kill, don't worry. There is still plenty of game ahead, and we still have a few more audience opportunities to score some extra points. Speaking of which, we're going to get to our next audience get. And so here's the next suggestion that we need from you, our wonderful audience. It's a couple of things, so get ready to throw some ideas out there. Here's what we need from you. Get those fingers moving. We need a suggestion of a color, an animal, and a household product. So now for the household product, we're not looking for anything with a brand name. We're looking for something that you would find around your house, like toothpaste or shoe polish. But don't use those, I just said them. So that's a color, an animal, and a household product, not brand named household product. So get those fingers moving, get them in the chat. We're going to do it again. We're going to collect your best suggestions, and we're going to come up with something a little bit further on down the line. But for right now, let's get into our next game of the evening. Now, obviously, we just saw Quarantine Quids Quorner, and it is really important to make sure that we're nurturing our children from a young age. We want to make sure that we give our kids the best education. We want to teach them the proper life lessons so that they can grow up to be, well-rounded adults that have solid morals and values. And the best way to do that is with a good children's book. Well, unfortunately, sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover, and some of these covers have some ridiculous titles. So we're going to quiz our contestants on some of the more obscure and oftentimes really unfortunate titled children's books that exist out there in our next game that I'm calling Title Trouble. Now, here's how this works. This is not our usual trivia. In front of me, I have a list of 12 children's book titles. The only thing is, some of these are real titles, and some of these are titles that I made up. Now, this is not a team game. Each of you will be individually given the title of a book, and it's up to you to tell me if it's a real book that you can actually purchase on Amazon, or if it's one that I made up. So if you answer the question correctly, you get your team 100 points. Guessing it wrong scores no points. You'll each get 2. Make sense to everybody? All right, awesome. So we're going to start this one off. Andy, this one is for you. Please tell me, Andy, if this is a real title or if this is a book that I made up. Your children's book title is called Food Doesn't Go There. Real or fake?
Is it possible that you are also a children's author and these ones you've made up are also in some way real?
Full disclosure, I am not self-publishing children's books in order to game my own game show. No. So real or fake? Food doesn't go there.
I want to believe it's real, so I'm going to say it's real.
Well, if I ever do get into self-publishing, this might be my first title because I made this one up, Andy. So no points are awarded there. All right, Kelly, this one is
You
for you.
screwed up,
Please tell.
Chris. You screwed up.
I know. Well, we'll circle around to that. I have a whole list of ideas of things that from this show that we will then make into reality. But for right now, Kelly, this one is yours. Please tell me if this is a real or a fake children's book. Your title is Children Are No Match for Fire.
I have no idea.
And
I'm
I've
sure
done
they're
my
not.
job.
I'm sure they're not a match for fire. I'm gonna play the odds, and I'm gonna say I can't. It's real. It's real. It's real. Yes,
Kelly. Kelly, it is real. And if you look at your monitor, if you look at Al's screen right now, you'll be able to see this is the cover of the book. Children Are No Match for Fire. It really exists. And
The
you just
fire's
got the
chasing
mother's 100 points. All right, next one. We're going to go over to Sam. Sam, this one's yours. Please tell me if this is real or fake. Your book title is called Find Out by Touching.
I deeply hope it's not. No, it's not. It can't be. The Amazon wouldn't let that happen.
Sam, it kind of is. If you look at the monitor, you'll see it right here. This is a real book. Find Out by Touching really exists. So no points awarded. Some of these are old, so there might be some confusion with the titles, but hey, it really exists. So no points awarded there, but let's go back over to the mothers. Dan, this one is for you. Dan, your book title is called My Parents Open Carry. Real or fake?
No, that can't be real. That's 100% fake.
And it's a real book, and here's the title of it. Highly praised by Glenn Beck for some reason. But yes, My Parents Open Carry, real children's book.
For some reason.
So, no.
An open carry adventure.
They got the.
Wait, is it Pick Your Adventure book?
I'm not actually spending money on that book to find out. Yes, it's a flip book. All right, well, let's go back.
Well, now they know their prize, Chris.
Yes. Let's go back over to Colette.
Oh my
Colette,
gosh.
this one is for you. Please tell me if this
Oh
is
my
a
God,
real.
I'm so scared. Okay.
This is a real or a fake children's book. Your book title is called Dad's Got a Hole in Him.
You can hear Andy laughing from the other room. Dad's got a hole in him. You know what? I'm
You
gonna
got
go
this,
with
Colette!
I'm gonna say it's real. I'm gonna say it's real. Yeah,
Sounds pretty real, doesn't it?
it does sound real.
It is not real, Colette. I made that one up, so no, unfortunately, no points are awarded on that one.
Jesus.
I'm
All
checking
right.
out all of these books at the library when this is over.
Let's move over to Russ. Russ, this one is for you. Please tell me if this is a real or a fake children's book. Your title is called Little Monkey's Big Peeing Circus. Real or fake?
Okay, Little Monkey's Big Peen Circus?
Big Peeing Circus.
Okay. That book. That book is definitely real. That's a real book.
Russ, that book is definitely real, and here's the cover of it. This one does exist, which means you just got the mothers another 100 points. All right, let's start back over at the top here. Andy, this one is for you. Please tell me real or fake. The book title is called A Clown in the Closet.
Familiar Kills 0 for 3 so far in this bloody game. And
I don't make them easy, Andy.
I'm gonna turn that around. Give me the title one more time.
It's called A Clown in the Closet.
It's real.
Andy, I made this one up. I am so sorry, Andy,
What
but
is
no,
that saying?
unfortunately,
Freak in the sheets, clown in the closet.
It's an autobiography.
it is. That's my self-titled. That's my self-titled autobiography. All right, let's move over to Kelly. Kelly, this one is for you. Real or fake? Your title is Horny Harry Lends a Hand.
It sounds so probable, which is why I'm feeling like it might not be real. I can't talk. I'm talking myself in and out of my answer. One more time. I want to
Sure,
see.
it is-
What's the title?
Horny Harry Lends a Hand. Sam is losing his shit right now.
I think I have to play the odds again and just say the last one wasn't. So this one has to be real.
Hallie, I have a system for how I do these, and there is no odds whatsoever. I made this one up. That is not real, unfortunately. So no points for the mothers. Let's go back over to Film, Marry, Kill. Sam, you can stop giggling for a second. Let me give you yours.
Yeah.
Your title is called, this is a long one, your title is Help, Mom, the Ninth Circuit Nabbed the Nativity. Real or fake?
That's real. I've read that. It's a great book. It's written by, if I remember right, it's written by Michael Bubara from The Daily. Yes.
We'll show him a title of the cover. Let's see if he's right, because this one does indeed exist. Help, Mom, the Ninth Circuit Nabbed the Nativity, right here. And that is 100 points for Film, Marry, Kill. Great job, Sam. All right, let's go over to Daniel. Daniel, this one is for you. Real or fake?
Oh, horrifying cover.
I know, right? Your title is Cooking with Pooh. Cooking with Pooh.
This is the same as the open carry one for me. It's got to be fake, right? It's got to be fake.
Final answer?
I'm seeing Kelly's face, but I'm gonna stick with my guns and stay fake. I'm saying fake.
Never forget, there is a beloved children's character named Winnie the Pooh, and he has his own cookbook. Cooking with Pooh is, in fact, a real children's title, as seen here. All right, let's go back over to Colette. Colette, this one is for you. Tell me if this is real or fake. Your title is There's a Communist on the Lawn.
Go with fake.
Sound pretty sure about that one.
Yeah, of all places for a communist to be, you know.
Gotta go somewhere, Colette, but in this case, I did make this book up, so that is 100 points for Film, Marry, Kill. All right, last one of this game, and we're gonna go to Russ. Russ, tell me if this is real or fake. Your title, Dick, What Do You Lick? Real or fake?
I'm sorry, my internet cut out. What was the title?
Sure, one more time. It's called Dick, What Do You Lick?
Chris, I'm sorry. My thing also cut out. Could you say it one more time?
Sure thing, Sam. It's called Dick, What Do You Lick?
Thank you so much.
That is a real book.
I can't be hearing it right. Are you sure that's the title?
Russ, you going for it? What was your answer?
Real book. Final answer.
Russ, it is a real book, and here is the cover for you. And if you can't tell, wow. Dick is the name of a dachshund, which also you probably could have picked a more appropriate dog, but I'm not one to judge. So, congratulations, both team. That's the end of the game. And looking at the scores right now after that, I have Film, Marry, Kill, and Al, please back me up on this one. I have Film, Marry, Kill with 300 points.
Yep.
And I have the mothers in the lead right now with 800.
Correct.
But it is still anybody's game because we still have so much more to go. Well, we're getting into the second half of the game right now, and usually we like to do a little something where we have a guest come out, or we do some sort of a fun little segment. But actually, I'm very, very happy to bring out somebody right now who's near and dear to my heart. She's an old friend of mine from high school, and she's been watching the show for a while. She loves what we do here, and honestly, it's we try to highlight some things that have been going on in the last year that really need attention due to the pandemic and everything. And right now, small businesses are really having a hard time managing these heady waters and making sure that they can keep their doors open. Well, my friend Sage, she actually is a small business owner herself. And so I thought it would be cool if she came out tonight to tell us a little bit about what she does and sort of highlight some of the hazards and the highlights of small business ownership. So if you wouldn't please indulge me and welcome my good friend Sage to the program. Sage, how are you?
Hi, Chris. I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing very well, Sage. How are you this evening?
I'm great. I'm so excited to let you and your audience know how amazing it is to be an entrepreneur and show everyone how easy it is to own your own business.
Oh, well, that's great. And I know a lot of times people are working from home right now, and it's kind of heady because some people are furloughed, and so everybody's kind of trying to get into this gig economy or start their own thing. So I really do appreciate you taking the time to come on the show tonight.
Oh, yeah. Anyone can be a girl boss if they really, you have to invest.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay, I work for Face Fix. As you know, in high school, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but turns out I'm really great at sales. I sell essential luxury products that anyone can afford. I barely do anything. They basically sell themselves. The best part is, once a bunch of my friends and family saw what a girl boss I was by selling Face Fix products, they became a girl boss themselves. They all started selling them too. So we make money from each other down the line, so we all make a profit. It's a win-win-win-win.
Okay, well, Sage, I probably should have done a little bit more digging before I had you come on the show. It kind of sounds like you're in the middle of a pyramid scheme right now.
It's not a pyramid scheme. It's direct sales. Pyramid schemes are illegal. I wouldn't do that. I'm very nice.
Okay, well, I don't know about that, Sage. The whole thing just sounds a little
Here,
pyramidy to me. Yeah.
I have questions for everyone about some great businesses that people have accused of being pyramid schemes. It's
okay.
we're calling this category a pyramid dream, because you too can have your dream.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the floor is yours, Sage. So please ask away.
This first question is for Phil, Mary, Kill. Yes. Okay. This famous model started her own beauty company in 2015. Not only can you buy the products, you can become a beauty-tainer yourself and start selling the products. Well, you could until 2017 when they switched to retail only. Probably because everyone was making so much money. But who is this model?
A model in 2015?
Maybe Cindy Crawford?
I think it's earlier. She's been
But
in
like,
this forever.
she needs to make money, so that's like probably why she has a beauty line. Her or Heidi Klum.
Is it, can we get a hint?
No. Boss.
That was
Not
a really
Gilbert
nice
Gottfried.
try, honey.
Still a game show, Andy.
Can we please get a hint? What is this? Come on, wait, give you hints.
Well, I can tell you that it was a famous model.
Oh, okay, famous model.
Oh, okay,
Famous
good.
Okay,
model.
so
Okay.
not
So
your
not
cousin.
one I know.
Yeah. Let's just go with Cindy Crawford. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? We only have 300 points. So.
Okay, that was a boss babe answer, but however, that is not the boss babe answer we were looking for. So, the mothers, tell me, do you know the answer for 50 points, 100 points?
100 points.
My only guess is Kylie Jenner.
I was thinking Gwyneth Goop Paltrow, but I could be wrong.
No, that's not makeup. That's a whole lifestyle brand, please.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, please.
I trust you, Kelly.
Please.
That was the first thing that came to my mind, and it's retail now. I'm going Kylie.
That is quite a boss babe answer, but also the wrong one. It's top model herself, Tyra Banks. Unfortunately, they switched to retail in
Because no one was buying.
No, actually, it kind of sounds like
so many people were buying it. They had thousands of people.
I think I remember hearing about that. It was because there was a bunch of complications because they were actually like an MLM, and it was just difficult for everybody to actually make money, so they
A
shut
multi-level
it down.
marketing scheme isn't a pyramid scheme either, Chris. It's direct sales. There's a down line.
I don't understand what the difference is.
Okay, yeah, an MLM is not a pyramid scheme. MLMs sell products, and pyramid schemes are illegal. They don't sell products. That's how you know the difference. Way back in 1979, a company got investigated by the FTC, and the legal case is now used to define whether an MLM is a pyramid scheme or not. So they're a multi-level marketing company that sells health, beauty, and home care products. And they were founded by Betsy DeVos's father-in-law. So you know it's legit. What is the name of the company, the mothers?
An old company that sells makeup. What is I think of Avon Lady, but I don't know if that's legit or not.
They do makeup but they don't do like home care stuff. I'm also kind of thinking Amway.
Okay.
My neighbors used to sell Amway back in the day.
Good for them.
No, not well.
I also don't think the DeVosses started Avon.
Okay, go Amway.
Okay.
Amway all day.
Okay. All day. Amway.
Wow, Kelly, you really invested in your answer and it paid back because that's the right answer. It was, in fact, Amway. So, like I said,
Well, I think, okay, like they got out of legal trouble with the FTC, but that doesn't mean that they aren't like a messed up business. I mean, I feel like Betsy DeVos being involved should have been a real big red flag for you. But I mean, that's not the only thing that makes an MLM a pyramid scheme. You know, like for the fact that like usually people make more money recruiting members than actually selling what the products are. Like they'll make you have these crazy quotas on products that you have to sell, so you end up buying it yourself.
There aren't quotas. We're just encouraged to sell a certain amount each month, or we only get a 5% commission on sales. They even give us selling tips. Anyways, I always wanted to be like Brownie Mae Humphrey. She was this amazing saleswoman who pioneered selling this company's products by throwing parties in people's homes, as sales pitches. Everyone wanted to be her. She would even give away items from her closet to people every time she threw a party. She was so great. And anyways, the company eventually named her vice president of home sales. What was the company? Phil, Mary, Kill.
I was thinking Tupperware until she said giving away something from her closet.
She just.
Oh.
How about, can we have a hint this time?
Andy! How about this?
How
How about
about-
you just give us the answer?
No.
What about what?
We could do this show in 5 minutes if I did that.
From a closet.
First, and then I'll give you another answer in return.
Also,
Maybe,
my dog is panting in the background.
He might be a broom.
Mary
Or a
Mary
mop.
Kay is a thing.
Mary Kay is makeup.
From
Oh.
a closet.
Let's
Where-
just say
Oh, wait.
Tupperware.
Andy, what was that Jennifer Lawrence movie where she was in charge of a broom or a mop?
Joy.
Do I remember this right?
Yeah.
Joy?
Joy.
What was that?
Yeah.
What was that company?
I didn't see the movie. I know.
Also, Pampered Chef. They had parties too.
Oh.
Few more seconds and we are going to need an answer from you.
Let's just say Tupperware.
Let's.
Yeah.
Is
Final
that your
answer.
final answer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Wow, that's great you picked that because that was the right answer.
Yes!
It's fun because
Alright.
the name of the guy who started the company, his name is Earl Tupper. That's why it's called Tupperware. Isn't that fun? Yeah, he actually fired her in 1958 because she got too good at her job. What a girl boss.
All right. Well, look, I mean, that's the problem, right? Like she got fired from the company that she was really good at because she was too successful. I mean, you have to see the problem with some of these companies. There's some success stories, but most people who are just at the very bottom, they're the ones that suffer. Like a lot of companies claim to sell their products to like wholesale, but then they make this like huge markup. So I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is like all of these companies just seem like they're really corrupt. I don't know why you would want to work for them.
Look, I mean, I'm not pretending that all MLM companies are great. Some of them have made mistakes. In fact, there was a company last year. They paid $123 million to settle charges that it provided corrupt payments to the Chinese government and falsified its books and records so they could sell their nutritional supplements and smoothie powders. Do you remember the name? That's the mothers.
Nutritional makes me think it's food related.
Right. I'm thinking like she said nutritional powders and smoothies and stuff.
Okay.
What is that?
Powders are Soylent,
Nutri-
but I don't think that's the same. Powders.
Is Nutrisystem a thing?
That sounds right. That sounds good.
Or is that just the bullet?
No,
I think
NutriBullet.
it's the bullet. I think you pulled it out.
Okay,
That's
let's
boss minute.
pretend I knew what I'm talking about, and it's Nutrisystem.
That's a really nice guess, and I like your enthusiasm. However, that is the wrong answer. Phil, Mary, Kill. What company was charged with corrupting their books and bribing the Chinese government?
Might be Natty Light.
Totally know what this company is, but I cannot think of the name right now for the life of me.
Oh man.
Was it Whitney
Can we
Rose's
get a hint
company?
and like, can you tell us where it is?
The United States.
See, that's my
Okay,
bet.
that's helpful. Okay.
My-
All
Probably.
right, couple seconds and I do need an
Let's
answer
just
from you.
say Beachbody, but it's not it. But let's just say it.
Bodybuilders.com. That's one.
Beachbody is
100.
our final answer.
Beachbody's final answer.
Yeah. I do love that answer because I do actually have a Beachbody subscription, but that's wrong. Also, the right answer was Herbalife.
God damn it!
Herbalife is the name I couldn't think of. Damn it.
Chris.
I thought it was Nutrisystem. I thought we were.
Sage, like I'm sorry. I thought you were going to come on and talk about how you're an independent business owner, but I'll be honest with you. I really think you need to get away from this business that you're working for. It sounds like they're not really good for you.
Chris, I have a confession to make. I've spent more than $15,000 on face fix products, and my husband doesn't know.
I thought you just said that you got a bunch of people to sign up.
It's not enough, Chris. We have to sell $1,000 of products a month, and that doesn't include what people in my downline sell.
I don't even know what that means. That can't be good, Sage.
Chris, don't tell anyone from high school. I still wanted to be voted most successful at our 15-year reunion, and it will be your fault if I don't.
Oh, okay. Sage, it sounds like maybe we should just talk about this after the show, and
I have to go call my husband.
Okay, well, Sage, thank you so much for coming on, and best of luck. We'll see you at the reunion. All right, well, thank you, Sage, and thank you for those wonderful trivia questions. But we have one more opportunity for our contestants this round to score themselves a little extra scratch. And we're going to play one last game here based off of some of the stuff that we just learned in that MLM category. We're going to see what our contestants have under their belts when it comes to their own sales pitches and how well they can do pushing some downward, upward, sideways sales marketing, whatever they want to call it, in our next game, which we're calling Sail Away. So here's how this works. We took some suggestions from you at the beginning of this round, and we were looking for a few things. We were looking for a color, an animal, and a household product. Now, using those suggestions, we're going to create an imaginary, fictitious product. Two of them specifically. We're going to give one to each of our teams, and they're going to have to, on the spot, tell us what this product is and explain to me and all of you at home exactly why you need to get on the ground floor of selling this product door to door and how it's going to change your life. So let's get started with mothers. Let's start with Film, Marry, Kill. We started mothers on the last one. Film, Marry, Kill, you're going to start this round off. Now, we're going to give you a product. Remember, it's a made-up product, and this is an MLM, so you can pretty much say whatever you want, and we'll just assume that it's true. But tell us what this product does and why we need to sell it. Al, can we get a suggestion for Film, Marry, Kill of a made-up MLM product?
Their product is going to be called the Pink Turtle Cast Iron Skillet.
The Pink Turtle Cast Iron Skillet. Now, you can do with that whatever you will. It's your product to imagine. But please tell me and our audience at home what the Pink Turtle Cast Iron Skillet does.
Correct.
And why everyone in America should be buying or selling these.
Looking for a good way to cook your amphibians.
Looking for a kind of dish that's a little cuter than your normal skillet.
Do you like the taste of iron?
Want to say, I'm comfortable with my gender, no matter what I identify as.
You want to be radical but not just about pizzas and martial arts?
I want all of these things.
Well, boy, do I have a place for you to make your next skillet cookie.
That's right. We've got this wonderful item right here. Just imagine in your mind this Pink Turtle Cast Iron Skillet.
Just flows off the tongue. Like the food will flow into your mouth.
And the best thing about it, you never have to clean it because you season cast iron skillets. You don't wash them.
Fantastic. So it's not only a wonderful product, but it's also self-cleaning. So thank you, Film, Marry, Kill, and I'm sure we will be going door to door any day now selling Pink Turtle Cast Iron Skillets. But let's see what the mothers have for their fake MLM product. And Al, can we get a suggestion from our audience for the mothers?
They will be selling the Blue Giraffe Spatula.
The Blue Giraffe Spatula.
Hi, Fred.
Yes.
Hi. How are you? I know you need things in your kitchen. I recently bought a whole new set of utensils, and I didn't use but one of them.
Only
I have
one?
something for you. I have something for you. It's the Blue Giraffe spatula.
Tell us more.
All right, so here's what happens. I have the Blue Giraffe spatula. It giraffes with its neck, and I can scrape things, I can scoop things, I can flip and whisk things. Here's what's even better. If you get in right now and you help me sell this, you'll get your own Blue Giraffe spatula. No. I know what you're going to say. Just the Blue Giraffe spatula? Just for me? Aren't you going to say that?
It says
Just a Blue Giraffe spatula for me?
Yes, but only if you sell 25 of them tomorrow to your closest friends and family.
That's perfect. I know plenty of people who love to flip pancakes, but always get them stuck on the ceiling. The Blue Giraffe spatula will help them out tremendously.
Absolutely. It sounds like this product sells itself. Where can I sign up?
You can sign up right here. I would love for you to sign it in blood. It's binding. And then I'll send 1,700 to your house.
Well, it looks like everybody's making money tonight, okay? But only one team gets to make an extra 200 points on this round. So here's how this works. Same as last time, if you want to vote for the mothers with their Blue Giraffe spatula pitch, put a 1 in your chat bar and click that send, and we'll tally up votes for them. If you would like to vote for Film, Marry, Kill, put the number 2 in the chat bar, and you punch that send button, and we will have our chat bot count up our votes and see which team got the most, who did the best pitch, and that team is going to get an extra 200 tacked onto their score. So remember, that's 1 for the mothers and 2 for Film, Marry, Kill. We're going to tally up your votes. We're going to come back with the result. But first, we're going to take a quick break from another one of our wonderful sponsors. Please enjoy.
All right, Becky. Be home by 9 p.m. or you'll turn into a pumpkin.
Say, Dad, all fathers want their children to be safe and healthy, right?
Oh, well, sure. Well, that's why I bought little Becky a taser, to ensure her safety.
But wait, Father, in this post-2020 world, are you able to protect her from those invisible assailants, germs, and viruses?
No. Tasers don't work against those things. Becky will be completely defenseless.
But don't worry, Dad. Now there's Sanitizer. Sanitizer combines the best of both worlds of hand sanitizer and a taser, so your little girl will be protected no matter who or what the assailant is.
Wow, that's smart. But how's it work?
It produces 70 volts of intimidating shock and awe, and once the taser is turned off, Becky can then sanitize her hands with the dispenser on the back. But that's not all. Our engineers heard your requests and have added a don't do drugs smoke detector and an MP3 player, so your offspring can be safe and entertained. The hand sanitizer.
Thanks, Sanitizer.
All right, and welcome back. And we are about to get into round 3, where our trivia questions are worth 300 points. Stealing gets you 150. But before we do that, Al, did we get a total from Chatbot and find out who actually did the best in that pyramid scheme extraordinaire extravaganza?
We did, and it actually came down to 1 vote yet again, and the mothers got it.
Mothers got it again. Fantastic job, Mothers. And that is going to be another 200 points on the board. And looking at the scores right now, I have Film, Marry, Kill with 500 points, Al?
Correct.
And I have the Mothers with 1,200. But as I said, we are in round 3. The points are worth so much more, and there is still plenty of game to go. Film, Marry, Kill, you were down, but you are definitely not out. So let's move on with our last category of the game. Now, we obviously are thrilled with the fact that there are not 1, but 3 different vaccine options that we can choose from to protect ourselves against coronavirus. And the faster we all get them, the faster we can hopefully get back to some semblance of normal. But one of the reasons why some people are hesitant to get the vaccine is that researchers are saying that because of some of the pushback is coming from the fact that statistically the vaccines aren't 100% effective, which means that there is still a chance that despite getting the vaccine, you may still contract the coronavirus, which is natural. It's a perfectly normal thing that happens with all vaccines, but because some people assume that a vaccine is a 100% cure-all, that if somebody gets the vaccine and then gets sick afterwards, all vaccines must be flawed. Well, that's patently untrue. And there's actually a term for it. Scientists call it a breakthrough. When you get a vaccine, but you then happen to be in that slight minuscule amount of the percentage where it's not applicable, it means that the vaccine itself still works. It's just that you happen to be one of the very, very unlucky few who still contracts the virus. Happens to everybody, but I thought right now we would take a moment to look at other breakthroughs that are a little bit more positive and a little bit more beneficial to try to make people aware that not all breakthroughs are negative things. And we're going to ask our contestants these questions in a category that I'm calling Break On Through. So these are all the good kind of breakthroughs that help benefit science. And we're going to start this category off with the mothers. This is your question for 300 points. Again, stealing gets you 150. Tell me if you can answer this one. In 1928, Scottish researcher Alexander Fleming was experimenting in the inoculation department at St. Mary's Hospital when he decided to go on vacation. 2 weeks later, he returned and discovered an overlooked culture plate was growing a substance that seemed to be keeping one of his bacterial samples from growing. He had accidentally found this medical breakthrough. What did Alexander Fleming discover?
Penicillin? That's the only thing I'm going to know about this entire...
Maybe they'll all be penicillin. Maybe
Are they
these
all
days are
penicillin breakthroughs?
Yeah.
That's my only answer for everything. Russ, you felt like you knew it too, yeah?
Yeah.
Penicillin.
Is that your final answer? Sometimes being messy can have its benefits. He did discover penicillin for 300 points. Great job, mothers. All right, back over to Film Mary Kill. This one is yours. In 1964, physicist Peter Higgs proposed the idea of a field of energy that endows all subatomic particles with mass, but it remained unknown until the world of physics had a smashing breakthrough in 2012 when it finally detected the Higgs boson, or the so-called God particle, at this high-tech European facility. What is the name of the European facility where they discovered the Higgs boson?
We're serious?
It's the last round. They're gonna get a little bit harder.
No. Listen, you give the mothers a question, and I know because of
Clues. You get the clues.
Yeah. No, I know this. God, I know it. Okay.
Well, say it.
No, I'm just gonna enjoy the fact that I know it and keep the knowledge.
Andy Mitchell, I swear to God.
It's CERN in Switzerland. CERN.
You're there.
Daniel agrees, and if Daniel,
Don't forget, they can see you, Daniel. All right, final answer?
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. CERN. I finally know something, and if I'm wrong, I swear to God.
It is also called the European Organization for Nuclear Research, but in European, it translates to CERN. That is correct for 300 points. Great job, Film Mary Kill. You know, and you complain, Colette.
Love you,
but you got it right.
I reserve the right to complain even when I get things right. Andy knows this.
And that is your prerogative, and we are more than happy to have you on the show to do that.
Thank
All right,
you.
well, let's go back over to the mothers. This is yours again for 300. Albert Einstein had what was called his, quote, miracle year in 1905 when, while still working as a patent clerk, he very famously wrote his 30-page paper that could be summed up in his formula E = mc squared, proving mass and energy are interchangeable. But his formula would be the basis for this scientific theory. What is the theory that E = mc squared became the basis of?
My instinct is relativity.
I concur.
Because it's about things moving near other things and how they move relative to them or don't move relative to them. So we are going to say the theory of relativity. Final answer, Einstein.
Final answer?
Yes.
Special relativity is correct for 300 points. Great job. All right, back over to Film Mary Kill. This one is yours. The coordinated efforts of 8 radio observatories on 6 mountains and 4 continents finally achieved a goal that was years in the making when on April 10th, 2019, scientists finally announced for the first time ever that they had captured an image of this.
Water on Mars? Am I remembering that right, guys?
Water was what?
Again, that's a long one. I can repeat any part of that question that you'd like. Would you like a second
Well,
go
I'll
at
repeat
it?
All parts of it. Let's repeat
Yes,
all
absolutely.
parts of
The coordinated efforts of 8 radio observatories on 6 mountains and 4 continents finally achieved a goal that was years in the making when on April 10th, 2019, scientists finally announced for the first time ever that they had captured an image of this.
I want to make a match game joke so much as like an image of
A man actually apologizing.
man actually. Oh, there you go.
That's the comedy we've been looking for on this show.
I think it was a black hole though. Remember, like that was a.
Yeah, that sounds hot.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, there was like a woman scientist who was like really behind in the work that she found. Yeah, I think you're right.
And it was just like grainy ass image, but like it was like meme city.
Yeah, let's go with black hole.
Yeah,
Final
let's
answer?
go black hole. The
Located
finalist of
in-
answers.
Located in the center of the galaxy Messier 87, aka Meme City. Yes, it was a black hole for 300 points.
Why is this the round we're good at?
You know what's funny is that I'm asking these questions and I can literally see you going, and then you're getting them right. So kudos to you, Phil, Mary Kill. All right, last question of the category, and this one is for the mothers. Everyone who has marveled at the swirl of a distant galaxy has probably heard of this name, a scientist who was the first to realize that there was more out there than our own Milky Way, and who would go on to discover that the universe is expanding, giving him the title of the father of modern cosmology. Who is the scientist that I'm talking about?
So instantly, Cosmos makes me think of Carl Sagan, but I don't know if he's that big deal of a scientist to have come up with that. So.
My mind went to Hubble, like the telescope Hubble.
Oh.
I don't know if that's right.
Hubble bubble ever expanding?
I'm on the Neil deGrasse Tyson level of this, you guys, so I'm deferring to you.
You pick,
The
Russ.
question is, who first figured out that the universe was expanding, and they are the father of
Modern cosmology.
modern cosmology?
I feel like I'm leaning towards Sagan.
I know he hosted a show called Cosmos, and that is why. But I don't know who it would be other than him.
I mean,
I have a
I'll give you Russ.
couple more seconds, and then I need an answer from you.
I feel good about it.
Carl.
Carl Sagan is your final answer? Unfortunately, mothers, Carl Sagan is not the name that we're looking for, which means Film, Marry, Kill, you have an opportunity to steal for 150 points. Can you name the father of modern cosmology?
Okay, I'm feeling Galileo. Oh, Stephen Hawking.
I thought my thought of Hawking was that he knew the expanded galaxy thing as played by.
Oh, he did that?
Did he? I didn't watch The Theory of Everything.
Yeah,
It
sure.
looked kind of shit.
That is also my understanding of Stephen Hawking.
What's the rating on
So
this?
would
Am I
like
allowed to swear
Galileo
on this
be
show?
like ancient cosmology?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
All
I don't
right.
think they were.
And we're
I don't
talking
think they were
about
thinking
modern.
expanding.
Okay, let's say
Modern
Stephen Hawking.
cosmology.
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yes.
Wait. What was our final answer? What did we say?
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Sure.
Sure, why not Stephen Hawking? Because that's not the right answer. So unfortunately, Phil, Marry, Kill, it is also not Stephen Hawking.
Was it Eddie Redmayne?
It was.
Yes.
It was Eddie Redmayne. Nobody knows that, but he was a armchair. No, actually, mothers, you were bouncing around this idea. Edwin Hubble is the name of the
Hubble
scientist.
bubble.
The Hubble bubble figured out the universe was expanding, and they named a telescope after him because of it. Well, that is the end of the last category for regular play tonight. And looking at the scores, and Al, back me up on this one, I have Phil, Marry, Kill with 1,100 points.
Correct.
And in the lead, I have the mothers with 1,800 points.
Correct.
But that does not mean that the game is over. It just means that we are about to boldly go into the final round. And here's how this works. I think I just blew Sam's mind. Here's how this works. Film, Marry, Kill, you are down, but you are not out. You are 700 points behind. Now, in front of me, I have a series of questions, each one with a increasing amount of points added to it based on how difficult it is. These are the 3 hardest questions in the game. One is 500, one is 750, and one is 1,000 points. So Obviously, the 500-point question will get you nowhere, but you have a choice to make. You can answer the 750 or the 1,000-point question, and if you get that question correct, it means that you will take the lead and you will force the mothers to choose one of the other two questions to try to beat you. So, would you like to go for the 750 or the 1,000-point question?
This is like a big choice. This is bigger than when I said yes to Andy's proposal.
Now, keep in mind, if you answer the 750-point question, yes, you will take the lead, but they will only have to answer the 500-point question to win back the game. If you choose the 1,000-point question, Al, am I doing my math right on this one? They will have to answer the 750-point.
Yes.
So answering the harder question means that you will force them to answer the harder question, if you get it right.
Let's just do it. Let's just do the harder question.
I like your spirit. That's why we're getting married.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Romantic. All right, you guys are going for the 1,000-point question?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hardest question in the game. Now, let's get ready. Film, Marry, Kill. This is your question for 1,000 points. Potentially the lead, potentially the win. Are you ready?
No.
Born ready.
That's the spirit, Colette. All right, here is your question. Before Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, there was this 19th century English mathematician and philosopher who invented the first mechanical computer, known as the difference engine, and originated the concept of a digital programmable computer. Another breakthrough genius. We're looking for the name of the mathematician and philosopher.
Alan Turing.
I
Turing.
believe you.
Turing.
As played by
I'm
Benedict
also
Cumberbatch.
100% behind Colette.
Turing.
Is that your final answer, team?
Final answer.
Alan Turing is your final answer?
Well, I don't know if his first name was Alan or not, but I'm saying Turing, yeah.
It is.
Final
It is.
answer.
Okay, Alan, yeah.
All right, I'm leading with that because unfortunately that is not the correct answer. He is a 19th century English mathematician, as the question says. His name was Charles Babbage. Charles Babbage.
Yeah, Babbage, yeah.
There's a reason why it's the hardest question in the game, but nice job, Film, Marry, Kill, and unfortunately you didn't get the points, which means you didn't get the win, which means our big winner for the evening is the mothers, and congratulations to you all. And we are going to get to the mothers in just a second, because we have something special for you. But Film, Marry, Kill, thank you so much for coming on tonight. We really do hope that you had a great time tonight. And for those who are watching at home who have never listened to your podcast before or want to know where they can find you and see more of you, please tell us where we can spot you.
Well, Film, Marry, Kill is a silly podcast in which two friends named Sam and Andy talk about the movies they watched and have fun bonding conversations about it and rate them on a silly F, Marry, Kill scale. It's available wherever you can find podcasts. Our website's at anchor.fm/Film, Marry, Kill. And yeah, all the contact stuff is there. My lovely fiance, Colette, might make an appearance on the latest episode, but she does a lot of amazing stuff, more amazing stuff than this silly podcast. Colette, would you like to talk about this?
You can
stuff?
email us.
Tell them to find out more about all the amazing things that I do.
Awesome. All right, I'm sorry. I think the audio cut out for a second. Colette, did you have something you wanted to plug as well, or?
No, just email them to find out. If you really want to know about the things that I do, email them. And
Okay,
they will
great.
tell
Well,
you.
we'll make sure that we have links to your email and podcast on our social media. All right. Well, thank you so much, Film, Marry, Kill, and that's going to move us on over to our big winners tonight, the mothers. Mothers, thank you so much again for playing tonight, and congratulations on your win. Now, we don't like to let any of our winners go home empty-handed, so we do have a special prize planned for you, and I think Sage has maybe sorted a few things out, and she's going to come back and tell you exactly what you've won. Sage, could you please let them know what they've won this evening?
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you for asking. I am getting a divorce, but it's fine. I'm doing really good. Congrats, the mothers. You won a neon eyeshadow palette. I hope it was worth it.
Nice.
Hopefully it was, and enjoy your makeup, which I'm assuming is from the large, giant
You
pile
don't even
of...
have to recruit anyone to get it.
All right, well, fantastic. So, Mothers, that is for you to keep for playing with us this evening. And, Mothers, tell our folks at home, where can people find you? Do you have any events that are coming up that you'd like to plug for us? Please, the floor is yours.
Yes, well, this is actually our final thing we're doing for this season, and we're very happy to be here. But our penultimate thing we did was our 4th annual fake TED Talk with the Richland Library here in Columbia. You can currently check that out on the Richland Library. I don't know why I can't say the word library now. Library page. But eventually it'll be on our YouTube channel, which you can find at Mothers SC. You can check out our podcast. We have some This American Life satire, some fake guided tours around places in Columbia at the Mothers the Podcast, wherever you can find podcasts. The direct RSS feed is at www.led.deals. And you can find us on social media, Facebook at Mothers Comedy, Instagram at Mothers Comedy, and Twitter at Mothers Comedy to see what we do during our off season and when we return in August of this year.
All right, fantastic. Well, and again, remind us when you have stuff coming up. We know we have links out to your stuff on our social media as well. You can find us on our Facebook feed. Be sure to look them up. They're fantastic. And so that's going to do it for us tonight at Quarantine. On behalf of the show, we'd like to thank you all for joining in and checking us out tonight. We hope you had a great time. We are here every Tuesday, except for next Tuesday. We're going to take a week off to retool a few things, but we'll be back in April with some brand new shows, brand new teams, brand new comedy. But for now, you can find everything quarantine related at our website, www.quarantinethegameshow.com. We're also on social media, at Instagram, on Facebook, the whole 9 yards. You know where to find us. But for now, from us here at Quarantine to you at home, as we like to say every week, stay safe, stay sane, and take care of each other, and have a fantastic night. Thank you all so much for joining us. Woo!
Credits are playing.
Yeah, we can talk.
Woo!
Woo! Great job, everybody.
That was a lot of fun. Thanks.